Hope you guys are having a fabulous day. Make sure my camera was on tight and not loose, because that would be horrendous. Just fall down. How was my week? Let's see. It was pretty busy, actually. Except for Monday. Tuesday was a bit of a long day. We had 4 houses, plus we did some shopping. Poor mom was not having it. Her leg was just throbbing, and she went to basically a shock, because we were at Sam's and she was waiting to get her glasses, but there was a customer ahead of her, and she really needed to sit down, but there really wasn't any seats. But in the meantime, I was off. She gave me the list, and I went and got the groceries. But poor mom, she was just suffering, and her body just went into shock. She was basically trying not to have a panic attack in front of everyone, but it's like, yeah, mom, you're going into shock. Of course, she didn't realize what was really happening. She just felt weird, and I was like, Mom, you're going into shock. Your body's in pain. Whenever your body's in pain, you react to it. So your body's reacting to all of it. And so she was a bit confused. So eventually she got to sit down and she was able to calm down. But yeah, she broke it out in the sweat and everything. I was like, yeah, your body's going into shock, unfortunately. And then Wednesday was my brother-in-law Dan's birthday, so happy birthday to him. That was kind of a long day, actually, because we didn't get home until it was after 8. Yeah, it was close to 9 when I came upstairs and was done and basically ready for bed. But yeah, it was a pretty long day. Had errands to do. We did 2 houses, but we also had Mom had a therapy session that was close to 7 o'clock, so that's why it took so long, all day process. The day itself wasn't bad, it just was exhausting because of how long it was. But and then Thursday, our typical 4 houses, and then we came home, and it's today, obviously. How am I doing on my diet, or my so-called diet? It goes back and forth. Okay, so Monday didn't do too bad. Tuesday was terrible. Was it Tuesday that I did terribly? Yeah, it would have went smoothly because I had pasta for lunch, but then Mom didn't really eat, so she was famished. So we went to Taco Bell. I could have said no, but I gave in. I caved. Wednesday, I actually did good. We went to a Mexican restaurant and they had salads there, so I avoided rice and the I didn't even eat any chips. I didn't eat anything that had the tortillas or any of that stuff. So that was good. And then yesterday I did pretty good as well. I only had wasn't that? Yeah, I was at lunch. I had the leftovers, but I had the chips and that, so I did pretty good. So hopefully today I'll do pretty good. Some days I do good. It's not that I haven't been proportioning the food groups. I have been doing that, but at the same time I need to only cut it back to once a day. So far I've lost 4 pounds. Or was it 30? No, it was 30, sorry. I was thinking 4. No, it's 30. I lost 3 pounds, which is pretty good so far within this week. I'm not anticipating a lot. I'm not trying to get my hopes up because I don't think it's going to be that way, but I'll be surprised if it does. But overall, I'm just trying to do better, whether I lose weight or not. I'm just trying to do better. Overall, so portioning and then cutting back. I worked a lot throughout the evenings when I would come home, except for Wednesday. I would do my dotting, and I've gotten more than halfway up so far. So far I'm doing pretty good on it. Actually, I'll just show you guys because I'm sure you're getting curious. Those who are into this hobby, that is. So, as you can tell, I am like more than like halfway. Actually, I've gotten up to this dolphin part, and then I've gotten, now I somehow go up a little bit sometimes if I'm up this far, and there's like a color that goes up, so I kind of go up a little at a time, but I don't go too far with it. And of course the water is being done as well, so you know, it's glowing. Looking very pretty. So I'm excited how that's gonna come out. So, and I do have one planned out. I'm kind of doing in order that I get them. I know I don't have to do that, but I feel like I should, instead of doing my like my favorite ones and then waiting to the last minute to do the ones that are not my favorites. I mean, they're all pretty, don't get me wrong. But I think I'm gonna do the excuse me, I'm still having sinus issues. Doing the panda and the polar bear next, and then the sunflower one, and then I'm not sure because I got all the other ones at the same time, so I'll have to go through those as I go. But anyway, but yeah, after the dolphin one, the panda bear and the polar bear, the bear ones, and then the flower one. I'm wearing my old clothing today because it's mowing day. Our grass has gotten quite long since we've had that basically drought syndrome thing going on, and so I'm gonna be doing the mowing today since it's gotten we've had a lot of rain recently, and so it has gotten quite weedy out there. Might have to put the setting up so I don't, because I think the grass is kind of long. But we'll see how it goes. And guys, my hair is looking quite drabby looking. I was contemplating if I want to do it this weekend as far as putting the color in. I don't know if I want to do it because I have to wait 24 hours to let it sit. Obviously I'll rinse it out, but I'm not going to wash my hair for 24 hours just to let the color to sit in. So I think I'm going to do it like the last time and do it on Monday and do it then, and then just not wash it Tuesday. Gross, but I still gotta do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it like I did the last time. I would do it this weekend, but Saturday I'm gonna be going to see, tomorrow I'm going to see one of our good friends that lived across the street before. She's in a nursing home now. So we're going to see her if possible. They've been having sickness going over there, so we don't know if we're going to be able to go or not. Probably have to wear a mask again. You win. But I didn't want to go in and have a greasy head ball. So I'm going to do that. And then I didn't want to do it on Saturday because I have church the next day, so yeah, Monday it is. I still gotta make plans with my cousin and my brother to see what we want to hang out, which day we want to hang out on. I mean, I know which day we're gonna do it, I just don't know what Monday we're gonna do it. So I don't know if we're gonna do it this Monday or we're gonna be the following Monday. I have to get a hold of him. But anyway, I think I've rambled off enough, so I'm gonna get myself going because I need to eat and I need to my medicine, and then I need to go hop on the mower and go mow. So, just see me later. Excuse me. Ugh. Hello, it is evening, as you guys can tell, because I'm in my reading corner. Anyway, so what have I done so far today? Not much, to be quite honest. I got all my laundry done. I gotten all the yard mowed. I almost had a panic attack today. Not like a real panic attack, but you know what I mean. I lost this little switch thing off of the mower. It fell off. And I was like, shoot. I didn't even realize it fell off until last minute. And I'm glad it was, because I started off in this part of the house, about my back of the house, in this side, before I go to the front and then the field. But it was over here. I noticed it was off over here. So I was like, okay. At least I noticed that before going over there and thinking it fell over there. So I didn't have a whole lot to figure out where it was. Kind of had a hunch, because I was looking around slowly, just on the mower, seeing if it was in front of me while I was mowing or to the side. That stuff I already done. No, it was not. So I was like, I wonder if it's in between the trees. So I was done all this area here. Whenever, turn off the mower, looked around in where the trees are. Sure enough, it was there, and it was in one piece. It just fell off. No biggie. Anyway, but thank goodness it was a piece, and I didn't have to get in trouble by Ricky. 'Cause if I lost that or broke it, another piece we'd have to pay for, unfortunately. So, anyway, listening to music here, because I've been doing my dotting, but I figured I should probably do my Bible reading and the rest of the vlog. But anyway, but I found the button, the switch, put it back on. I think I put it on backwards and I forgot to put it back the other way it's supposed to go. So I have to go fix that at some point. If not, I guess, well, at some point I'll have to remember to do that. But anyway, still got a load of laundry to fold and put away. I did the first load, and then I have to do a second one. So I'm just gonna probably relax the rest of the evening and do my dotting, because I've gotten more than halfway done, and I'm so happy about it. It's gonna turn out pretty well, and then I'll start the panda and polar bear one, the bear one. So yeah, that's how my day has been. Also, I've been cleaning up and helping Mom whenever she needed to. We had to get a new printer. Unfortunately, our printer kaput, so she had to go get a whole nother one, which is expensive, guys. Printers are not cheap, and we have those big industrial ones, so you can imagine it costs a lot of money, because we were trying to get parts and it just was not working, and they were sending us the wrong ones and blah 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 blah. So we're gonna be sending, I don't know if she's gonna send them back or just keep them. I don't know what she's gonna do. The old parts, that is. But she'll have more parts in case, just in case this one kaputs. But she did have to get a whole new one. So, but anyway, it's working. All is good. Anyway, that's pretty much the update of what I've been doing and what has been going on in the Rajas house. But it is that everybody's favorite time of the vlog, and that is Bible time. Oh my gosh. Oh, brace yourself, guys. This is a long one. Leviticus chapter 23. And it's called the Appointed Festivals. The Lord said to Moses, "Give the following instructions to the people of Israel. These are the Lord's appointed festivals, which are you to proclaim as official days for a holy assembly. You have 6 days each week for your ordinary work, but the 7th day is a Sabbath day of complete rest, an official day for a holy assembly. It is the Lord's Sabbath day, and it must be observed wherever you live. In addition to the Sabbath, these are the Lord's appointed festivals, the official days for holy assembly that are to be celebrated at your proper times each year." And this next section is called Passover and the Festival of Unleavened Bread. The Lord's Passover begins at sundown at the 14th day of the first month, which I assume is January. Of course, their calendars were different back then than they are now, so I'm not quite sure about that one. I don't know. On the next day, the 15th of the month, you must begin celebrating the Festival of Unleavened Bread. This festival to the Lord continues for 7 days, and during that time, the bread you eat must be made without yeast. On the first day of the festival, all the people must stop their ordinary work and observe an official day for a holy assembly. For 7 days, you must present special gifts to the Lord. For the 7th day, the people must again stop all their ordinary work to observe an official day for holy assembly. Here's a little sidebar. Okay, why you... Anyway. A little sidebar called traditions. God established several national holidays each year for celebration, fellowship, and worship. Much can be learned about people by observing the holidays they celebrate and the way they celebrate them. What do your holiday traditions say about your values? I'm not a huge fan of holidays just because of how commercialized things have been and how selfish we as humans can be around that time, those years. So I'm not going to even get into that. Okay, here's another section called Celebration of First Harvest. The Lord said to Moses, "Give the following instructions to the people of Israel. When you enter the land I am giving you and you harvest its first crops, bring the priest a bundle of grain from the first cutting of your grain harvest. On the day after the Sabbath, the priest will lift it up before the Lord so it may be accepted on your behalf. On that same day, you must sacrifice a 1-year-old male lamb with no defects as a burnt offering to the Lord. With it, you must present a grain offering consisting of 4 quarts of choice flour moistened with olive oil. It will be a special gift, a pleasing aroma to the Lord. You must also offer 1 quart of wine as a liquid offering. Do not eat any bread or roasted grain or fresh kernels on that day until you bring this offering to the Lord. This is a permanent law for you, and it must be observed from generation to generation, wherever you live." Alright, here's another section called the Festival of Harvest. From the day after the Sabbath, the day you bring the bundle of grain to be lifted up as a special offering, count off 7 full weeks. Keep counting until the day after the 7th Sabbath, 50 days later. Then present an offering of new grain to the Lord. From wherever you live, bring 2 loaves of bread to be lifted up before the Lord as a special offering. Make these loaves from 4 quarts of choice flour and bake them with yeast. Wow, this one can't have yeast. Okay. They will be an offering to the Lord from the first of your crops. Along with the bread, present 7 1-year-old male lambs with no defects, 1 young bull, and 2 rams as burnt offerings to the Lord. These burnt offerings, together with the grain offerings and liquid offerings, will be a special gift and a pleasing aroma to the Lord. Then you must offer 1 male goat as a sin offering and 2 1-year-old male lambs as peace offerings. The priest will lift up the 2 lambs as a special offering to the Lord, together with the loaves representing the first of your crops. These offerings, which are holy to the Lord, belong to the priests. Excuse me. That same day will be proclaimed an official day for Holy Assembly, a day on which you do no ordinary work. This is a permanent law for you, and it must be observed from generation to generation wherever you live. When the harvest, excuse me. When you harvest the crops of your land, do not harvest the grain along the edges of your fields, and do not pick up from what the harvesters drop. Leave it for the poor and the foreigners living among you. I am the Lord your God. Okay, here's another little, it's not a sidebar, but it's another paragraph. It's titled, The Festival of Trumpets. The Lord said to Moses, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. On the first day of the appointed month in early autumn, you are to observe a day of complete rest. It will be an official day or holy assembly, a day commemorated with loud blasts of a trumpet. You must do no ordinary work on that day. Instead, you are to present special gifts to the Lord. Another one called the Day of Atonement. Then the Lord said to Moses, be careful to celebrate the Day of Atonement on the 10th day of that same month, 9 days after the Festival of Trumpets. You must observe it as an official day for Holy Assembly, a day to deny yourselves and present special gifts to the Lord. Do not work during that entire day, because it is Day of Atonement, when offerings of purification are made for you, making you right with the Lord your God. All who do not deny themselves that day will be cut off from the Lord's God's people, and will be destroyed. And I will destroy anyone among you who does any work on that day. You must not do any work at all. This is a permanent law for you, and it must be observed from generation to generation, wherever you live. This will be a Sabbath day of complete rest for you, and that on that day you must deny yourselves. This day of rest will begin at sundown on the 9th day of the month and extend until sundown on the 10th day. Okay. Next paragraph will be called the Festival of Shelters. And the Lord said to Moses, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. Begin celebrating the Festival of Shelters on the 15th day of the appointed month, 5 days after the Day of Atonement. This festival to the Lord will last for 7 days. On the first day of the festival, you must proclaim an official day for Holy Assembly, when you do no ordinary work. For 7 days, you must present special gifts to the Lord. The 8th day is another holy day on which you present your special gifts to the Lord. This will be a solemn occasion, and no ordinary work must be done that day. These are the Lord's appointed festivals. Celebrate them each year as official days for Holy Assembly by presenting special gifts to the Lord. Burnt offerings, grain offerings, sacrifices, and liquid offerings, each on its proper day. These festivals must be observed in addition to the Lord's regular Sabbath days, and the offerings are in addition to your personal gifts, the offerings you give to fulfill your vows, and the voluntary offerings you present to the Lord. Remember that this 7th-day festival to the Lord, the Festival of Shelters, begins on the 15th day of the appointed month. After you have harvested all the produce of the land, the first day of the 8th day of the festival will be festival will be days of complete rest. On the first day, gather branches from magnificent trees, palm fronds, boughs from leafy trees, and willows that grow by the streams, and celebrate with joy before the Lord your God for 7 days. You must observe this festival to the Lord for 7 days every year. This is a permanent law for you, and it must be observed in the appointed month, from generation to generation. For 7 days you must live outside in the little shelters. All native-born Israelites must live in shelters. This will remind each new generation of Israelites that I made their ancestors live in shelters when I rescued them from the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. So Moses gave the Israelites these instructions regarding the annual festivals of the Lord. And that is the end of Bible time, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. My battery is flashing, so I'm just going to go ahead and end the vlog now. I hope you guys enjoyed. You won't see me until Monday. And I'm pretty sure Monday I'll be getting my hair done. Or even Sunday evening. So, we'll see. You guys will see. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, keep on smiling. Stay positive. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.